Shalom. Kol Holo Yahweh Bahashem. Yahushai Bahashem. Raha Hakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered throughout the four corners of the globe. My name's Barad Debal, coming to you from the GMS camp in Indianapolis. And to all those listening and learning, to you, I say Shalom. Especially to you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians that make up the 12 tribes of Israel. As you can see, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 12, verse 18. It's just starting there. Got a couple other scriptures going to go into, just a quick lesson, a few precepts. It reads, it says, the wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. All right, so the wicked, Job 9:24 tells us that the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. And as we see what Yahushai had said, the wicked would be ones that would do what Yahushai would say. He says in John chapter 10, verse 10, he says, the thief cometh not but to steal, to kill, and destroy. And so when you look at the things that are happening in this current present world, you see that there's been nothing but violence. It's been nothing but war ever since America was established, and just before, when this land was the Native Indian land tribes, the Northern Kingdom that was here. You had, of course, you saw Edom, so-called white man that came and they stole the land. The people were unalived, and people were destroyed under their, and now we look under their rulership, as it has also mentioned in the book of Maccabees, where it talks about how, like in the time of the Greeks, how evils multiplied upon the earth. And then you have Yahushai, who also makes a mention, it says, though iniquity shall abound, which is sin upon sin, right? And shall abound, shall grow, increase, says the love of many shall wax cold. So now that you see there is much violence, you see parents, a stepson, a brother just posted in the chat, stepson, I think here in the northwest side of in Indianapolis, choked his stepfather and unalived him. So you're seeing a lot of that going on. You're seeing a lot of scamming for money, thefts within the store. You see a lot of division that's happening amongst the Democrats and the Republicans, which Yahushua also make the mention. He says, a nation divided against itself shall not stand. And so you were seeing, the downfall of what was once considered a very great nation. And so this is the book of Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And as you can see, people are mourning now that we have the shutdown that has gone into, I believe they said, day 7. You have upwards to, we know, at least we've heard the number of 750,000, but it could be upwards into the millions when you consider those 700,000 people having wives or having husbands or having children, family members that are will be greatly affected. And so, and it's all because of a disagreement or a dispute between, the red and blue, right? The left wing, the left and the right. And again, as Yahushua mentioned, if Satan be divided against itself, that kingdom shall not stand. And so we're seeing, as mentioned again, a circling the drain of what once was considered a great nation, a great kingdom. And we see the people are mourning, and it's only going to get worse. All right. You also have, again, the troops being deployed, National Guards being placed in different cities. And you see them placed in different cities. You see ICE has been doing a lot of gathering up of the Northern Kingdom. And we've seen that that the Southern Kingdom has been trickling in. They're being affected. And again, going back to the people mourning, we know that according to the scriptures, 1/3, which will be the elect, will live through and see a lot of these things happening. Some will be affected because, again, we have family members. We're hopeful that we are the elect, but we have family members who, through their actions, we'll just say, keep it plain, that don't believe. And many of our family members are going to get caught in many of these waves that are to come. One of which you have a lot of store closings, grocery store closings, food markets closing. So there's going to be, you're going to deal with the famine. You have a lot as far as the farmland not being getting its actual harvest. You have the tariffs. That still is a thing. It's just not high in the news media. You have also the dollar is also becoming weaker. Food prices are going up, and again, hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of people have lost employment even prior to this shutdown. And there's even talks that there may even be more of some of these people, possibly losing their government or their federal employment. So Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2, says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. We know that when we read in the scriptures that when under the time of Solomon, 40 years, the people, the children of Israel, did have prosperity. And we're going to soon come back to that again under Yahushua. And so that's what we're looking for. Our hope is of a new kingdom to come. So this is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10, verse 1. It says, a wise judge will instruct his people, that will be Yahushua, and the government that he is going to put in place, which is the children of Israel, starting with the 144,000. It says, a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. Let's look up this word prudent real quick. Prudent, characterized by rising from or showing prudency. All right, well, wisdom, okay, discreet, circumspect, right? So it will be well ordered. And we know that this kingdom is not looking, as you can see, a lot of things that I've aforementioned or that I just mentioned is very chaotic. So we call it Babylon. This is a land of confusion. Okay. And a lot of things is full of chaos. And they think that they're going to bring order out of this chaos. This is the next verse. It says, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. So, of course, when Yahushua return, his officers, his men, are going to be all righteous. You know, like it tells in the scriptures, we don't know how we will be, but we'll know that we will be like unto him. Right? And it says, and the manner of man, the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. So, of course, when Yahweh shall return and he puts everything back in his righteous order, 2/3 of the people who don't make it on this side will come back in the kingdom through childbirth, you know, from the elect men and women, you know, having babies and having tons of baby children. And so it'll be well ordered, and as the ruler, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, like it tells us in the Bible that in the end Israel will be all righteous. Okay, so in the end Israel will be all righteous. But currently, as we speak, as the judge of the people is, so are his officers. So you see that there's a lot of disagreement in the high places, and all the way down to a great divide between the people currently. Men versus women, young against old, and it's just continuous. It says, such are they that dwell therein. It says, an unwise king destroyeth his people. And this is what we see. Everything that has been ordered or bills that have been passed, it has really backfired on the people, from the tariffs that comes back to the people, the immigrants, really the Northern Kingdom being pulled from their jobs of duty because they are very hard workers. So a lot of the farmland was been graded, and the farmers have been greatly affected, where it says 75 to 80% in some particular states of farms voted for Trump. You have and then, like, again, a lot of building, you know, those who work on housing and buildings are greatly affected. I just heard Elder Malcolm, they did a video on Sunday. I haven't finished the whole video. I got over halfway through, and they made a mention of a guy who actually paid these guys to come out and work on his roof. The Northern Kingdom to work on his roof, and he was Edomite. And right when they were finished, just before paying them, he called ICE. And so you have, again, that's just the idea of how a small, when we say a macro or a microcosm of what's really going on in the macro, in the greater scheme of things, as far as the rulers of this current present world. For it tells us in the scriptures, so Jacob, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. And so you have to see that what follows this, like the Lord is saying, is going to be all righteous, right? He's going to set up a kingdom of priests. But it tells us here, it says, an unwise king destroyed his people, but through the prudence, see, there's that prudency, wisdom of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. So, of course, when Yahweh Shai, like when I mentioned in John 10, verse 10, it says, the wicked cometh not, the thief cometh not but to steal, kill, and destroy. That is destroying the people. To kill, steal, and destroy. He says, but I come that they shall have life and have it more abundantly. So when he comes, it's going to be nothing but increase and growth and wealth and prosperity. And that's what we're looking for. All right. It says, which are in the city is inhabited. Let's get one more voice. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. And that will be Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the 144,000, and the elect men and women, well, starting with the men that he has chosen to rule the whole entire earth to come. So I hope that this lesson was edifying, uplifting, exhorting of some sort to the elect body of true believers. Before I end, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Raha HaKadash Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered throughout the four corners of the globe. Until next time, all those listening and learning, to you, I say, Shalom.